and we are putting together the hot Margarita Pizza. Just 5 ingredients from Costco and Trader Joe. Let's get started. The first thing we did was put our oven on to 425, which is what the box says to do. That's an easy start. And then we have our basic ingredients. Let's get going. Here we are from Trader Joe, the gluten-free cheese pizza. That's the heart and soul of the dish. We start with that. It's got a cauliflower crust. It only costs you $6. And then our base here is the extra hot habanero ghost pepper salsa. That's $3.50. From Costco, well, one other item from Trader Joe, the basil. We have a basil plant. It's around here somewhere, but we already picked the leaves off. And then also from Costco, the Campari tomatoes. That's the tomato lover's tomato. And of course, our Bel Giosso mozzarella. So let's get started. I've already taken the pizza out of the box, put it on top of the box, and we'll dress it right here. What we do is we take our brush and we start with the habanero salsa and pull that over. We'll just take a little bit, depends on how hot you like it, is how much you put on. You just take some and you just sort of brush it around the pizza. That gives it that nice ghost pepper hot base that just warms your palate on the way down. Just brush it on here, we'll get it going. Meanwhile, the oven's warming to 425. We want to put the pizza in. We have a stone we're going to put it on right when it hits 425. And currently it's at 175, so we're just warming it up. And we should have the pizza dressed about the same time as the oven heats. That's pretty good. See, you get kind of a nice red consistency just to give it some flavor. And as you can see, there's already some tomatoey base on there. If you don't want it that hot or you don't like the heat, as I said, you can use the Bertolli sauce from Costco. Is very nice. Also, that comes in a 4-pack. And we'll just set this off to the side since we're done with it. The next thing we do is spread our tomatoes around like so. These Campari tomatoes have been sliced, pre-sliced, and so it's very easy to dress the pizza. You want to prepare your ingredients beforehand so it's easy to dress and you're not jumping back and forth cutting everything while the pizza's melting. There we go. And then let me get a paper towel here, just wipe my hands off. Our Bel Giosso, these are a nice snacking cheese, and they're perfectly cut to just place on the pizza. They'll melt in nicely. You just open them up and spread them around and dress your pizza. 2, 3. They come in quite a few in a little pack. You can snack on these maybe with a Triscuit or some wheat thins. You just spread these around on the pizza to your liking and dress it just like so. I'd say we do one more pack here and get a nice distribution, kind of an even distribution of the Campari slices and the mozzarella cheese. What do you think? Yeah, that looks pretty good. Pretty evenly spread around there. And then the last thing we want to put on is to just lay out our basil. The fresh basil gives it that authenticity of Margarita Pizza and just that wonderful fresh flavor, the fresh leaves and herbs, and Gives it that Italian color, the red, the white, and the green. It's just a delightful little pie. Very calorically friendly, comes out to be quite delicious. And there you have it. So we're a little bit behind. I could have put the oven on a little earlier, but it will catch up. And that's the heart and soul of the Costco Joe trick, you see. You get your ingredients from both stores. You get the best of both stores, and it blends for just wonderful meals. This is a go-to in my household. We love it because it's got the cauliflower crust, and if you put it on the stone, then it will melt up perfectly and crisp up perfectly, and they give you that nice authentic margarita flavor. Now, we have the oven over here. Let me show you. There's our stone, our pizza stone, and we will set the pizza right on the pizza stone. I think we need to get our pizza scoop here. This is what we use so you can get under the pizza. See, we'll just slide this right under the pizza and be able to lift it up like so, lay it on. Boy, does that look good. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but you just do it whatever way you want to, and then it comes together just quite nicely. Now, calorically, this is very friendly. Not only delicious, but calorically friendly. As you can see here, the whole pie is only 780 calories. So if you split that in half, if you each eat 4 slices, you're less than 400 calories on the pie itself. And then what are we adding in? We're adding in a little mozzarella. I have to look at the bag to see. It's a 70 calorie snack. So it's 70 calories for every 3 balls on the pizza. And I think, what did we use? About 4, so that's another 300 calories or so. Still a 500 calorie meal, very satisfying. In fact, oftentimes you maybe just eat 3 slices, and then you'll have a slice left over for lunch tomorrow. We have 305 degrees on the oven now, and in just a little bit we'll be at the 425. Now the box says to cook the pizza for 10 to 12 minutes. I find that it doesn't quite crisp up enough in the 10 to 12 minutes. So what I do is I set my timer for 18 minutes. Then I check the pizza, and oftentimes I will turn off the oven, maybe crack it open a little bit so that the pie will crisp up and you get that nice crunch with each bite. Today when I was online, I looked at an article that just happened to pop into my email that had tips from various chefs all about frozen pizzas. And one of the things they said to do, which I think I'll try today that I haven't tried, is they said to whatever kind of pizza you have, one trick is to put the pizza on a cooling rack, and that helps the crust to crisp up even more. So I'm going to try that today and see how that works. Normally, I'll put it on a cutting board and let it rest. You want to let it rest at least for a minute or so to, coalesce. That way you don't, have it kind of slop around. And so we'll give that a try, and we'll see if that helps it to crisp up even more. Interestingly, there's some really good wines at both Trader Joe's and Costco that will pair with a pie like this one. Today, we're having a Rioja Reserva. Here it is, Rioja Reserva. And this one is a product of Spain. It pairs very well with the Margarita Pizza. And I like to serve it a little bit cold. It balances out with the pizza quite nicely and really leaves a nice finish on the palate. The other nice thing about the Rioja is it's a featured Kirkland wine. See, the Kirkland brand, and the Kirkland brand wines, a lot of them are very budget friendly. I think this bottle's maybe $7.50 or something like that for an entire bottle of wine, and it's a Reserva. And a lot of people think maybe you need a $20 wine, but let me tell you, I would put this wine up against a lot of wines, and it would fare quite well, I believe, in a blind taste test. Let's see where we are. 365, okay. We have about 50 degrees, and we'll see how that happens and how long it takes to warm up. Now, I'm sure some of you have your own ideas for putting pies together, and if you have any particular interesting combinations of ingredients that you have used from Costco and Trader Joe's, I'd like to hear about it, and maybe we can even feature you putting one of your pies together. That would be fun. We could zoom you in and see what you're doing in your kitchen, and then we could get some tips and tricks and incorporate that into our Costco Joe outfit, and everybody could have a new flavor of pizza. That would be fun too. Okay, we've got about 45 degrees there. Does anybody have any questions or comments or interesting things? One thing that we have discovered is you can dress your pie with just about anything you want that's healthy. You can get the mini peppers from Costco or from Trader Joe, slice those up, put them on. Also, there's some really nice mushroom packs in that cold refrigerated section at Costco. They have the white mushrooms, and they also have the baby bellas, which work well on the pie. Another interesting ingredient you can throw on there is the pre-sliced black olives from Trader Joe. It's a very economical in the can. They're pre-sliced, and you can just spread them around or cut up some onions. And then, of course, there's all kinds of great sausages from Trader Joe and some from Costco. The Costco packages are sometimes pretty big, and so if you don't eat sausage that much, but you do like it for a pie, the Trader Joe packs, they have a wide variety of flavors, and they're smaller. So if you get those, you don't have a big bag of sausage sitting in your freezer for months. If you're just like me, don't eat sausage that much, but occasionally do like it on your pizza. Now, this particular pie, as you can see, we're using mozzarella, but a lot of times we'll make pizza and it will have the Parmesan Romano, the Belgioso Parmesan Romano. Belgioso, just a wonderful cheese. That's what we have, the mozzarella, but that Parmesan Romano, the Parmesan Romano, that bag from Costco, is just a wonderful bag, and we use that on our marinara and bolognese as well. So we have about 5 more degrees here to go. So I'm going to get my pizza ready and put it here on the stone. As soon as I hear that little alert go off, letting me know that the stone is ready and the oven's hot and it's just waiting to take my pie and crisp it up and bubble it up, and it's going to be delicious. There it was. So what we're going to do now is pop it into the oven. I'll show you how we do it here. Open the door, and we're going to take our palette here, take it over, and we're going to just slide it, put it here, let this go, and away it's going to cook. And we'll check in later when after the 18 minutes and see our creation. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.